for this horrible angle, but you guys are on the new wireless phone charger. I was borrowing James's and then I bought my own and it was able to get here overnighted. So that was fantastic. But for some reason, even though I got one that was meant for my phone, like I specifically looked to make sure it was for my phone, I'm gonna try tilting you guys. Oh, that's a little better. Okay. Okay, that works. For some reason, so like I made sure that it listed my particular cell phone and it was supposed to be like a super fast charger. But now when I put it on the charger, it says that it's not compatible with the super fast charging, and so it does regular charging, and regular charging takes like 3 hours. Hi, Renee. Thanks for being here. So that's aggravating. So I was playing solitaire, and it eats up so much battery. And so, I mean, not as much as the last solitaire that I had downloaded. I have a different one now. But anyhow, so it was eating up the battery, and I should have stopped a long time ago so that it'd be all charged up for you guys. But I didn't. Hi, Rhonda. Thanks for being here. So the original plan was we were going to work out in the front yard together in the garden, because I've been working on the like Chelsea chop, like really brutal chop of all the deadheading, and the plants just desperately need it. And then, I've been out there feeding them. And then once we get all of the chop done, then we get to celebrate with the last of the Southern Butter Pecan International Delight Creamer that I imported from Seattle. So really excited to get that done. The problem is it is still 92 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Hi, Bonnie. Thanks for being here. It's 92 degrees. Excuse me. My allergies are obviously quite bad. The smoke is still quite bad. In fact, I think it's worse than it was the other day. And the neighbor kids are out blasting their music. So we're just not. And plus, you guys are on the charger. Hi, Phyllis. Hello, Pamela. Phyllis, Kitty is right there. There's Kitty. Preciosa. Dile hola. Hola. Muchachas, amigas, hola. No, she's so upset. Kitty is having a really rough time because she lost her collar and we have not been able to find it. So I'm guessing she lost it outside somewhere. And we are not going to let her outside without a collar. There's been at least 2 or 3 times that I can think of where someone has called us from like far, far away in the neighborhood because Kitty had wandered over to say hello. Sorry, I'm trying to get you guys in a better spot. There you go. So no, we're not letting her out without a collar. Plus she's like super amiable and friendly, and I don't know, someone else might think they need to adopt her. So no, we're just not. Hello, Amy. I'm so glad you're here. Hello, Kublai. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Amy, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm still going to go out tonight and work on the plants, but I'm going to wait at least like an hour. I don't want to wait till it's dark, obviously. I want to be able to see what the heck I'm doing, but yeah. Anyway, okay, we are, like 4 minutes in. I'm going to go ahead and give you all the warning. Yes, Renee, thanks for the reminder. This is our 3-second warning about switching to subscribers only in the chat. I would love anyone and everyone to participate, but you got to be a subscriber. Don't be a troll. Don't be nasty. We would love to have you otherwise. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Sorry, I went ahead and jumped before my 3, 2, 1. But anyway, hi, Vicky. Thanks for being here. So, as I was saying, we're indoors. And I know I already am a hot, sweaty mess even indoors, but I was doing some chores, cleaning up. So, sweeping, stuff like that, tidying. I've told the kids that, my kids are teenagers, okay? I've told them that if I am left with something, like if there's something they've left out and I put it away for them, I'm going to start charging them. I'm going to start charging. It was different when they were toddlers and little kids, but now There's no excuse. And they have their own money. So, mm-mm, mm-mm. Folks got to clean up, you know? Anyway. No, Renee, Kitty is not microchipped. Yeah. I'll keep an eye out for that, Rhonda, but I don't know of anywhere local that does it for free. Hello, Honeypot. Thanks for being here. Um, it is 8 p.m. where I live here in Utah. 92 degrees Fahrenheit outside. I know that I promised that's what we were going to do was we were going to be sorry, it's like really awkward, but you're on the charger. You're on the charger, which is my own fault, but it is what it is. Ooh, look, a rainbow right there on my face. That's fun. Yeah, we were supposed to be working out in the yard together, but it's just too damn hot. And the neighbor kids are outside enjoying the summer evening, and they're blasting their music, and so I would get copyrighted, and I don't want to do that, you know? I am not familiar with that, Amy. Bonnie, I always forget that you live in Wisconsin. Renee, I don't know what to do about it because, like, look, there, now you can hear me, but now you're not charging. So let me show you what this charger looks like. See? This is the wireless charger. If I'm going to have you guys out, I got to put you in the case. Just a sec. There we go. I won't have you not in the phone case because the phone will get broken. So remember, I had to get a wireless charger because the charging port in the phone is just not working. And then even with the new wireless charger that was specifically supposed to be a fast charging one and listed my phone, the model of my phone on it, now like I put it on there and it says it's not compatible for the super fast charging, so it only does the regular charging, which is ridiculous, like 3 hours. So if it's still muffled, then I don't know. I can try I can try the lapel mic, but I don't know that that's going to work any better. See, I told you guys, they are trying to force me to get a new phone. I know it. Just a sec. Hold on. I also have a fan going, so that could be part of it. Just a sec. Okay, can you hear me? Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Hi, Rita. Can you hear me? That's better? Okay. Well, then the lapel mic is working, so that's good. But again, now I can't charge. Can't charge the phone. So let's see where we're at. We are at 57%. I got some skin there. Ouch. I bet it was the fan, Amy, because it's like right here next to me. Michelle, you're struggling with that too? Yeah, and they do it on purpose, you guys. They do it on purpose. Like, also, I don't have my tripod up here, so you guys are handheld now. Sorry. No, I swear they are trying to coerce me into getting a new phone, and I'm not going to do it. I haven't had this one that terribly long. I know when it comes to cell phones, like, this thing is probably a dinosaur, but no, it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if I've ever told you guys, but like, I was one of the holdouts when it came to smartphones back in the day, and everybody was switching over to smartphones, and I held out forever. I think the only reason I actually ended up getting one was because of YouTube. I'm almost certain. I think so. I think that was why I ended up getting one. I don't remember. But anyway, I did. I held out for a long time. And then, like, when it came to DVDs, no, I held out. I held out with VHS and whatever I already had. And then when it came to like streaming online, I was like, why am I going to pay for streaming when I already have all these DVDs and some Blu-rays and stuff like that at the time? because it's all a scam. I mean, are there conveniences and things like that? Yeah, but how many streaming services do you have now that you pay a separate fee for every month? Like, it's a scam. It's all a scam. And same with the cell phones. It's a scam. Like, do you know how they do all these automatic updates? Which phone carrier was it? I think it was Apple. I could be wrong, but anyway, there was one in the last, I don't know, in the last 10 years, more recent than that, but that there was like this class action lawsuit because they actually did in some of these like updates that you have no choice about. Um, excuse me. One of the updates actually did slow the phones down. Yeah. So, and in fact, I had several updates recently that I just went ahead and removed. I had found a way with some of them, not all of them, but several of them that they changed my home screen and all of my, I couldn't find anything. I didn't have my regular browser. It was all ridiculous. So I just went through and started removing updates. And it's much better now. Isn't that strange? But then things started going weird. Like, literally, I'm not kidding. This is not just conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat. No. When I started removing all of these updates that I didn't ask for or agree to, when I started removing those, what do you know? The charging port wasn't working right. Yeah. I mean, correlation does not equal causation, but still, I would not put it past them. I would not. Yeah, I just wouldn't. Um, oh, yeah, Amy, I did. In fact, it's right here. You're talking about my mini tripod. We can try to make it work. It won't be able to stand, but it will be more steady than just handheld. See, like I can make it a little more steady that way. The problem is with the connector that's on it, it can't stand up because it's set up for horizontal. And so it's like you guys would end up like this if I used it, you know? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It might make it a little more steady just because I can hold it like this, but only marginally better than just handheld. It's more comfortable for me, so, I mean, I'm cool with that. Oh, Amy, okay, awesome. Yeah, it was in the side of the front seat. Somehow it had ended up in there. I don't know. But yeah, I was so glad I found it because I don't want to buy a new one. Yeah, I was really lucky to find it there. When I someday get around to editing all of the footage, which there wasn't like a lot, but editing the footage from our trip, I think that's in there somewhere when I found it. I think I found it. When did I find it? I think it was after the Rose Gardens, maybe. No, I think we were like into Idaho. Yeah, I think we were like into Idaho and I might have found it like at a gas station. Like we stopped at a gas station and then I found it then, I think, but I could be totally wrong. I could be totally wrong. Oh, Renee, I'm sorry. This is not nice, but I was having me a giggle with my girls and they were like, "Shut up, Mom," because I don't have to deal with that anymore. I'm so glad. I don't miss it. Um, Ooh, I just got a text from my brother. I'll message him back in a bit. He's inviting me to go to some, what do you call it? Orchards. Yes. To do a tasting, and we're talking adult beverages here. Unfortunately, the dates that he's mentioning are during my supposed to be anniversary trip. So I don't know. Hopefully he can go another day. He has a way busier schedule than me, but it just so happens that's when I actually have some kind of plans. But anyhow, my poor cat though, she's so sad. Oh, you guys, you gotta see how sad. Tell her. that it's going to be okay. Look at this sad face. Oh, guys, she's an indoor outdoor cat. She, that's who she is. And this is so hard for her. It's hard for us too, seeing her like this.
Reagan.
He went outside.
Mariah. Come help me, please.
Anyway, yeah, she's just so sad. She's so sad. And there's nothing I can do about it. And I know you guys have told me, oh, just keep her inside. She's safer. I know. I know. But that would not be kind to her. She's an indoor outdoor cat. And she likes to go out and on the prowl. And this is her territory. And she wants to mingle with her homies and visit other neighbors and whatever else it is that she does. And I don't want to take that from her. But also, of course, right now, where we don't know where her collar is, yeah, she has to stay inside. Olivia already ordered her a new one. The collar will get here tomorrow, but the ID tag will be a couple of days, so that sucks. Poor thing. Oh, hi, Tippy. Oh, Phyllis. Don't you love that we have our fur babies? I'm just sad that mine is sad. Because she just gets the most mopey, you know, just pathetic, sad little face that breaks your heart. And there's nothing I can do about it. There's not. I mean, I can try to entertain her, you know, get out some of her toys, help her get over her zoomies and whatever. Maybe give her an extra treat or two. But she doesn't understand. She doesn't understand. Why are they keeping me caged in here? I have stuff to do. I have things to explore and to regulate here in the property. Poor thing. Anyway, I'm really bummed that we can't get out and do the gardening because I was all like, you know, kind of psyched up, ready to do it, had a plan and all of that, but where it is just still so hot and the neighbors are out blasting their music, it just wouldn't work. And the heat wave is supposed to last like 2 or 3 more days. I'm going to get out there and do the chop anyway tonight, as much of it as I can anyway. Going to get that done tonight, but that's probably going to be the extent of it. I'm thinking that, sorry, I keep forgetting that damn microphone and don't want to cough at you guys. So, God, what the hell was I saying? Oh, so I have these plans of things that I want to get done outside in the cooler hours, but even the cooler hours, they're not really going to work. I was looking at like tomorrow morning and the next morning to get out and have any amount of time reasonably and to be able to get anything done, whether in the yard or with the studio shed for, you know, the Frugal Family, anything like that. I'm going to have to go out at, you know, 0 in the morning. And the cooler hours are, of course, when it's still dark. So, I mean, I could get some done with the big light on the patio, but it won't make for good video or good live stream because of the lack of light. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's something that I should just, that's the other thing. That's the thing about being a YouTuber and like my life and stuff that I do being like a big part of the content is you end up holding out on projects or chores or whatever because you want to record them and make content of it or live stream it or whatever, but then the conditions aren't right because this isn't a studio. This is my house, you know, my house, my yard, whatever. And so you can't just set up the perfect conditions. And what ends up happening for me, at least, I don't know about everybody else, but for me, one of the things that ends up happening is that then you don't do the chore or the project or whatever because you're like, but I wanted that to be content and I, you know, whatever. I'm wondering at this point if I should just like I'm going to do with the front yard tonight where I'm just going to go ahead and get it done. I wanted to bring you guys along for it. It's just not going to be possible, but I will bring you along, you know, later in the fall when I'm out there doing the other yard work that I've talked about. But then when it comes to like the studio shed and all of that. I really want to do that in a live stream so that I have something, some kind of content for the main channel, especially right now where I don't have a car to go dumpster diving. I need to have something, over there. But the only reasonable time to do it, when it'd be cool enough within the next week, is when there's not even sun. There's like no light out there, It is what it is. It is what it is. We'll make the best of it. We'll make the most of it. But plus, I mean, not to mention the fact that I'm not a morning person. It's really hard to get up early for me. I mean, I can do it, and I will if I need to, but um Phyllis, I am one of those Americans who does not translate Celsius. Can you give me an idea of what that is in Fahrenheit so that I understand what you're saying? Yeah, Amy, I hope so. Like I've said, Olivia has offered to let me use her car a couple of times a month for dumpster diving when she gets it. But I mean, that'll be a week or two anyway. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see. It'll be what it'll be. Oh, okay, Renee, thank you. I'm not familiar with Greece and like what their average temperatures are or anything like that. I'm thinking they're like Mediterranean, right? So I'm assuming, I don't know. I really don't know enough about them to have even a thought. Because like I'm thinking like 100 degrees. Oh, that's extremely hot for them. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to have a reference point. Okay, so it's really hot for them. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's frustrating because like you could say, "Oh, well here or in Arizona or whatever. Oh, it's so much hotter. Oh my God, it's so much hotter. You don't even know heat. La la la." Okay, yeah. Yeah, it gets really hot here. It gets crazy hot in Arizona, but we have air conditioning, you know? And there are, other countries that they don't have it because they're not used to it. And, they're dealing with climate change and these hotter temperatures and these hotter temperatures becoming more regular, but them not having yet, I mean, I'm sure they will at some point, but having the infrastructure and the suppliers and all of that to deal with those crazy temperatures. So it does no one any good and actually makes you look kind of stupid to say, oh, well, you don't even know heat. Go to Arizona. La, la, la. Yeah, okay. Well, when you're in Arizona, I doubt you're, staying outside and doing chores and, running your outdoor shop and your whatever, or even trying to get sleep at night when it's those 120 degree days. You know what I mean? And in places like Greece, in places like the UK, they don't have air conditioning. Like I'm sure some places do, and more are starting to, as things are changing and it's becoming obvious to anyone paying attention that this is becoming more the norm than the exception. So, yeah, well, I feel for them. I think about when I was a kid in Northern California, we didn't have air conditioning. We didn't have a swamp cooler. We didn't have any of that. And so, and in fact, until I was 10 or 11, we didn't have ceiling fans either, other than there was a ceiling fan in the living room and then a ceiling fan in my parents' room. But the other rooms, there wasn't. So you'd have the window open. You would wear only the bare minimum of what you needed to, and maybe put a sheet over you. And then get a wet towel, a cold wet towel, and put that under your neck to get some sleep. That was just like the way it was. I don't miss that, that's for sure. I don't miss that at all. But I can see that being like, some things they're going to have to do in places like Greece and elsewhere where that is just not the norm. You'd sleep in your underwear, maybe put a top sheet on if you really feel like you need to, have the windows open, get a fan if one's available. Hopefully there is, although it's probably, there's probably been a run on fans, huh? Because of everyone trying to deal with this. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what, what kind of access they have to those, or what, how much supply there'll be. Ugh. But yeah, the wet towels, that kind of thing. I mean, it helps. You wake up in the morning just kind of clammy, you know, because it's not cold anymore, the towel, and just kind of meh. But you don't care when you're trying to get some sleep, yeah. Pamela, having experienced both, for me, 100% humid hot is worse. Humid hot is so much worse. I all day, every day prefer dry heat. There now, but I will say there are benefits to the humidity. There are absolutely benefits for your skin and, your lips and all that. There are absolutely benefits. But you're never dry. Like, you're never dry. It doesn't matter how many showers you take. Um, you're never dry. And that's something we were experiencing in Washington and Oregon, recently. And yeah, you're just never dry. And then, like, when I lived on the East Coast, yeah, you're never dry. And then, God forbid, you're in Texas or, the South or whatever. Oh, no. Ugh. Yeah. I've been to Texas a few times, and I went once in, I believe it was July or August, for a Mary Kay convention. Not only that, I was 6 months pregnant. Yeah. And misery. Absolute misery. And we were supposed to be all dressed and have your hair done and a full face of makeup. You wonder why I hardly ever wear makeup now? Yeah, that was like 7 years as a Mary Kate lady. Yeah. Uh, yeah, misery. Absolute misery. Just, bleh, bleh. Yeah, no. Um, oh, that's good to know, Renee. I didn't know that. Yeah, it got warm there, Rita. When I was out there, Rita, when Olivia and her friend and I were in Portland, it was during your heat advisory, and the temperatures that it was hitting were not like would not qualify for a heat advisory here. But again, it's a different climate with different expectations, with different norms that people have been used to for 100 years. And so it's just a different situation. And there's not the humidity here. So yeah, yeah, but it was hot and it was uncomfortable. Oh, no way, Renee, you sold Avon. So did you go door to door? Or were you like the kind that just left magazines in various places? Oh, I know, Michelle. I know. I know. Even with the AC and the fans, hot flashes, they can do you in. Oh, and then the night sweats. My God, you wake up and you're just muggy and um ugh, bleh, gross. Just gross. Mm. So, okay, Renee, so you just reminded me of something. And since we are not out in the yard and I have no topic planned, um, we're gonna we're gonna go into my childhood for a moment. So, like I said, I was growing up in Northern California, and my mom had an Avon lady. And I don't think my mom bought terribly much like skincare or makeup. My mom didn't even really wear makeup until I think I was like late teens when my mom actually started wearing makeup, other than in like a family picture. And I don't know why. I don't know why she didn't, but yeah, she didn't teach me how to wear makeup. I learned from like the 17 magazines and Teen Cosmo and whatever like that. and friends of mine. But anyhow, she did have an Avon lady who would come by, and mostly I think my mom bought like trinkets and like what do you call it? Her nativity set. There was like you would get one piece at a time and end up with this really pretty nativity set. Anyway, she would also get little goodies, tchotchkes, trinkets for me or to give out as presents when I went to like birthdays and stuff like that. Oh yeah, YM, that was another one. Um, and but her Avon lady would come like quarterly or monthly, I don't remember. And she had all of these super fun what do I call it, little samples. And I had the best time with those little samples. So they weren't as cheap as they have become, like them and Mary Kay and, well, pretty much everybody, right? Everybody. So back then, the lipstick samples weren't just like a little smear, it was an entire little tiny lipstick. They were the cutest things, a little tiny lipstick. And I have no idea how much she had to pay for those. Um, which I realized once I became a Mary Kay lady was that the the independent consultants, the beauty ladies, whatever, you got to pay for all that shit yourself. All of those little samples and freebies, and even the little papers that you would have people fill out, all those booklets and everything. You pay for that. The company does not provide any of that. Your Mary Kay lady, your Avon lady, they pay for all of that out of pocket. Yeah. So I don't know like how much she had to pay for that stuff, but she was so generous with me. She was so generous with me. Um, and let me try on these little lipsticks and then of course keep the lipstick, which in my child mind was like, oh no way, she's letting me keep it, oh wow. Well, obviously she couldn't let anyone else use it after that. But to me it was a big deal and it was so special, and I would hold on to those little lipsticks forever, which when you're growing up with not like everything available to you, and there were 8 kids in my family and we did not have money. I didn't realize how incredibly fortunate we actually were. We owned our home. I did not realize at the time how huge that was, but we were house poor, you know what I mean? And a million kids. And so all the other just random crap that other kids had, I didn't have. And so I would hold on to the littlest thing, like the box from a McDonald's Happy Meal. I held on to those into adulthood when I finally threw them out. Like stuff like that. There was a little pink garbage can, a little tiny pink garbage can that was a candy thing. It had just little candies in it that actually were looked a lot like and tasted a lot like the like Flintstones vitamins. But it was candy, and I don't remember how I got it, but that was just not something I got to have very much. And so I saved that again into adulthood. Just little things like that. So when the Avon lady came and I got to have these little samples, oh my goodness sake, those were so special. And it was so special anytime that she came over. It was so special because she would let me try stuff on and smell these different perfume samples and put some on like I was all grown up. And for a little 8 or 9 year old girl, that was huge. It was so special. It really was. Yeah. Anyway. Hi, Holly. Thanks so much for being here. Yeah, Renee. So the little trash can, it had the candy was like shaped like trash. It was so weird. There'd be like fish heads and whatever random garbage, but it was candy. Hi, Kristen. I'm so glad you can join us. Yeah, memories. Silly fun memories. Something that I want so bad that which is silly, but it's one of those fulfilling a childhood wish kind of a thing. So when I was growing up, to give some context, I was born in 1981, okay, 44 years old. And so in the 80s, the late 80s, mid to late 80s, something that was so huge for little girls. I don't know if this was everywhere, but in Northern California, this was huge. They were these chain link necklaces, and you would attach charms to them. They were gaudy and silly. Mimi, you better clean up whatever one you use. I'm not cleaning them up again, or I'm charging.
I'm going to.
I'm serious, you guys. I'm gonna start charging if I gotta clean up after these guys. That's silliness. But anyhow, you would get these charms that would clip on to your chain link necklace. And I wanted one. Oh my God, I wanted one so badly. Vicky, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Hopefully we will catch you tomorrow. I do plan on live streaming during the day tomorrow, back downstairs. So we'll see you then. But anyhow, so you'd have these chain link necklaces, and the charms were so awesome. They weren't like super cheap dollar store crap. Some of them were made out of metal. They had bells attached to them. Some of the charms were metal, and then others were plastic, and it was all different kinds of goodies, roller skates and roller skates and telephones and a hairbrush or a comb and a lipstick and whatever you can think of. Whatever you can think of that a little girl in the mid to late 80s would have been interested in. They would have them as these little charms, and you would add them to your necklace, these chain link necklaces, and you would wear those things around, and they were clinking and clanking, and it was definitely like a status thing when you had all of those. And then of course you'd have 180 bracelets on each hand, and that I did wear lots of bracelets. But I never had one of those necklaces, and I was so jealous, and I wanted one so badly. And every couple of years as an adult, I've kind of looked at what's available, and they are available. They are available online. I don't know that I've found many that were like brand new or still in packaging or anything, but I have found like collections, sets of them, And so many times, especially when it comes around to my birthday, I have really been tempted. But what I've decided is that where next year, 2026, I'll be turning 45. Good God, 45. And I am going to, you guys know I like to have a birthday month. Well, I'm going to start prepping maybe like right after Halloween. Or maybe during Halloween, since I'm not doing like as big of a yard display this time. I don't know. But like every year, I like to do my month-long celebration. And an issue that I run into is I end up not having enough stuff prepared. Sorry, gotta get you guys set up again. I end up not having enough stuff prepared, and then life happens and things come up, and I don't get to do all the stuff that I wanted to do, for my birthday. So I'm going to start preparing ahead of time for the big 4-5. I'm going to start preparing ahead of time the different activities I want to do, have them scheduled, have them booked. If they're different things that I want from my childhood, I'm going to start gathering them ahead of time and wrap them up as gifts. Yes. So that when we do get to my birthday month, which I might start celebrating here on this channel, maybe, we'll see, because I can get a little more spicy on this channel. But anyhow, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get one of those damn things. I'm gonna get one for the 45. I'm going to. Yeah. 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 Yeah, Bonnie, same idea. Like, from what I understood, you would find them like at the grocery store or what, or the Kmart. We didn't have a Walmart. We had a Kmart. So you would go to the Kmart or the grocery store or even the gas station and get these charms. And I never did. Oh, Renee, so you're not familiar with them? Yeah, maybe it was only in the States. It's even possible it was only in the West Coast. I don't know. I don't actually know. But I know I'm going to get one. I'm going to get one for my birthday. I'm going to I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Oh, Renee, that's awesome. So Barbies are also on the list. There was one, I don't know why I didn't hold on to her. I was so proud of her. She was part of the Barbie and the Rockers collection. That was a response to Gem and the Holograms, which actually I was not familiar with Gem and the Holograms until I was an adult. I never heard of Gem and the Holograms. I didn't have cable. I wasn't familiar with that. So I didn't even know till a couple years ago that Barbie and the Rockers was a response to Gem and the Holograms. Interesting, huh? But anyhow, so I had the red-haired Barbie. I don't remember what her name was. I'll have to look, but she had curly red hair and wore like I think it was a green tank top and had a mini skirt and a little jacket, and her arms were stuck at 90 degrees, and she had a ring, and anyway, she was so cute. She was so cute. And I that's another one that I have researched online, and you can find her even still in the package. She's costly. She ain't cheap, but that's another one that I have on my list. Yeah. Eh. I've always been so sad that I let go of her. I have. Oh, Renee, that's so cute. Yeah, my cousins, I would play with their Barbies because they had a million Barbies. A million Barbies. It's so interesting. Some things we think about sometimes. Like, they had all those little thingies and gizmos and gadgets and whatever that I wanted. And now as an adult, I look at things so much differently. I I don't know how this is going to sound. I'm just going to say it. Granted, I thought we were poor. Now, we were house poor and we had way too damn many kids when I was growing up, which of course obviously I love and adore all of them and wouldn't trade them for anything, but I didn't understand economics and I didn't understand how incredibly lucky we were that we had our own damn house. We owned our house. Well, my parents did, and we had a huge yard to play in. And then there were certain cousins of mine who had all the goodies and gadgets and toys and colorful cereals and, shit like that that I was so jealous of. And they moved from apartment to, renting, always renting, never owning their own, you know, piece of America or having a big yard to play in. It's so interesting perspective. And when you are a child, obviously you don't know what you're you don't know what you're doing. And the things that we don't know. Because of course we don't know, and the perspective that we don't have. And I was so jealous of the bomber jackets that everyone had, the like team jackets and all this nonsense, and the necklaces and the Barbies and the whatever, and did not know how lucky I was. You know what I mean? Just things you just don't know until you know, you know? And that's true, Rhonda. Yeah. It is very hard to understand money, but not just money, home ownership, wealth, actual wealth, the idea that having things does not mean, oh, they've got money. You know, a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck on credit cards, all that kind of thing, which I absolutely understand and empathize with and all of that. It's so interesting what we don't understand, that like everything is fake. Everything is fake. You know what I mean? It's all fake. You see your friends and whoever on Instagram or the people you follow, whatever. It's all fake, guys. It's fake. Enjoy your own life. Make the best of your own life. You have no idea how good you have it. And that's not to downplay any real life struggles that you have and that I have, because we do. We all have our struggles and our trials and our whatever. Um, but I would say a lot of us are a lot luckier than we realize. Yeah. Holly, Quince dolls. That sounds incredibly familiar, but it's one of those that's like tickling my brain, but I'm not sure. Oh, Renee. So we didn't get the tapes. We had we had some of the records, the little, I think they were called fives or something like that, records that came with Disney books. And then what we got were, because of the damn salesmen that would come door to door all the time. We had these books, and in fact, I still have a couple of them. I don't have the tapes, but I have the books, and they were about different heroes, you know, Helen Keller, George Washington, stuff like that. And a lot of them left out a lot of information. But anyway, things you don't realize till you're older. But we had those books with tapes, and we would play those and we played them out. We ended up destroying the tapes because we played them and played them and played them. But we also didn't always have a TV. In fact, we probably were without a TV more than we were with a TV. You know what I mean? And so those books were they were very important. Those and our encyclopedias, which we also got because of door-to-door salesmen. We loved our encyclopedias and we used them up. Yeah. Stuff like that I'm so grateful for now that I was not grateful for as a kid. I was like, we don't even hardly ever have a TV, and if we do, it probably isn't even color. It might be black and white. We don't have cable. Blah, blah, blah. All these things that I was so bitter about and jealous of when I was a kid, and not realizing what a good life I actually had. Is pondering on things, you know what I mean? Yeah. Thinking about things, thinking about things. We did have a Viewmaster, Bonnie. Well, my brother had a Viewmaster, but we would steal it. Oh, that's awesome. So I actually now have a couple of the little records with books. I wonder if I've got them over here. Let's go look. Let's go look. I think I do. Let me see. Hold on. I've got like my other records over here. I don't know where the little ones are. I might have put them away with my like Disney collectibles, because they are collectibles now. Shoot, I thought I had them over here with my records. Sorry, hold on. Because like I've got all these other my records over here, and I thought I had the little story ones. I think I have Bambi. Or no, I have the big Bambi. Shoot. I wonder where I put them. There's a good chance I put them with my with my Disney collectibles when I was doing a cleanup the other time that I was doing that. Shoot. Oh, now that's bugging me that I don't know where they are. Anyway, I don't even remember how I got them. I'm almost certain. Oops. Where'd you guys go? Come on back. I'm almost certain that I found some of them. Well, not some of them. There's only two. I think I found one of them dumpster diving, but I could be wrong. Anyway, they're in really good condition. Now I can't think of which ones they were. Shoot. Oh, that's really going to bug me. Oh, Cabbage Patch. That's the other thing I was going to talk about. So I still have my Cabbage Patch doll. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's so precious. Her name is Nikki Charmaine, and that was her real name, the one that she came with. Mm-hmm. She has brown hair and brown eyes. She's wonderful. I want to. Oh, that's what we can do. So she has a dress on, but it was like my baby clothes was what I would put on her. Um, I have no idea what happened to her original clothes. No clue. But I would like to take the baby dress off, put it in my cedar chest, hope chest, some of you might call it, and get some of the like original clothes, original Cabbage Patch clothes for her, and get her some little shoes again. Oh, I remember her shoes. Oh, she has the name on her butt cheek, Xavier Roberts, which is kind of funny. That's actually my brother's name in English. His name is Javier, and in English, that's Xavier. You have a Cabbage Patch too, Rita? That's awesome. Oh no, Holly, yours is bald. What happened? Or was that on purpose? Is it one of the like little baby ones that didn't have hair? Mine, she has yarn hair. It's brown yarn, and she's wonderful. Holly, what a fun story. I gotta know what else happened with that. She says, I remember getting my hand stuck in our VCR. Ouch. Uh-oh, did it still work after that? Jesus God, Rhonda, holy cow. She says, I remember when VCRs came out, my dad took us to the store and he bought one. It was over $1,000. I wouldn't touch it. Lord, my goodness. And Holly has her Cabbage Patch doll and her Quince. That sounds so familiar. Did they come in fives? Oh, well, that sounds so familiar, but I don't know. You have a Luke Perry doll, Renee? Oh no! An Ace of Base? I have the CD. Or two. I have two Ace of Base CDs. Mm-hmm. Still have them. Yeah. Good stuff. Oh, Holly, yeah, one of the baby ones. Renee, you had Popples? I never had Popples. I wanted Popples. I wanted pound pets. Is that what they were called? Hi Renee, other Renee. Thanks for being here. Yeah, okay, Holly, then yes, I do remember. It was 5 little babies. I never had any. But I do know what you're talking about now. Pound puppies. That's what it was. Yeah. I always wanted a pound puppy. My cousins had those too. And I wanted the Popples and I wanted those ridiculous pillow. They weren't pillow pets. Those came out when my kids were little. But it was like a pillow doll in the late 80s. So it was a big square pillow with legs and arms and hair, like yarn hair. And my cousins had those too, and I never had one of those, and I was so jealous. Yeah, I was a jealous kid. I'm just going to tell you, I was. Isn't it interesting? I ended up a dumpster diver. I don't know. The Sunshine Family. It sounds familiar, but... No. Did you guys ever have any California raisins? Again, I grew up in California, so some of these things might be a little region specific, but and I do think I ended up letting go of it, and I'm so sad that I did. I miss it. And that is one that I will acquire also for my 45th birthday to enjoy throughout my birthday month. But yeah, I had a California raisin. It was a big thing at the time. It was for raisins, obviously. And on the commercials, they would sing I Heard It Through the Grapevine and stuff like that. And they were super cute and super cool. Anyway. You have them, Renee? Oh my God. What? Oh, what? That's so freaking cool. Yeah, I'm gonna find me one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You remember them too, Rita? Oh. I gotta write a list. Maybe we can do that tomorrow. Seriously? Oh, that is so freaking awesome. Let's do that tomorrow. Um, let's we'll get together downstairs. um, and let's write a list. Oh, that's awesome, Renee. I'm most likely just gonna look for them online. Um, but let's do that and see if like between now and my birthday, we're gonna do this the frugal as possible. Be reasonable because the car situation. Um, let's like pick one to get each month. Like, okay, this month we get the necklace with the charms, and then next month we hunt down the Barbie from Barbie and the Rockers, the one with the red hair, and then the month after that, let's find the California raisin, and then what else? Oh, clothes for the Cabbage Patch doll and shoes. Gotta have shoes. Um, what else? I mean, there were a bunch of other things, but they weren't like things that I like desperately wanted. You know what I mean? So it has to be something that I actually really, really wanted or that I had and loved and want to have back. You know what I mean? Oh, that's awesome, Phyllis. Oh. Oh, Holly, Polly Pockets. Oh, those were so freaking awesome. I'm trying to think if I had one or if it was my little sister that had one. I have a memory of us having one, but I don't remember if it was mine or my little sister's. I don't remember. But I absolutely, of course, remember Polly Pocket. You betcha. Rita, are you serious? Where are you from in California? I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, huh? Mariah's reminding me that she had a Polly Pocket as well. Yeah, Rita, I mean, did I know that you were from California? I don't know if I remember. Oh, there you go, Rita. I'm so glad you mentioned that. Oh, I had a lunch pail, a lunchbox. That was something I was very proud of because I was so jealous. Again, jealous. I had a real jealousy issue, but I was jealous of the kids that got to have school lunch, hot lunch. And anyway, I was so jealous. Ridiculous. But anyway, we did home lunch. And so when I was in fourth grade, oh my God, I was so proud. I could not be more proud that I got a bright pink New Kids on the Block lunch pail with the thermos. I don't know what ended up happening to the thermos. I either lost it or when my brothers stole it or I lost it at school. That always happens. As a dumpster diver at public schools, that's what happens. If not like the whole lunchbox entirely. But I was so proud of that pink New Kids on the Block lunchbox. See, tomorrow we're writing a list. We are so writing a list tomorrow. I'm adding that to the list. I also had a New Kids on the Block slumber party sleeping bag. That was a prized possession. You couldn't actually use it to like go camping or anything. No, it was just for slumber parties and it was so awesome. I think my couple of my brothers had the Ninja Turtle ones. Yeah. We had some cool stuff. As bitter and resentful and jealous of a child as I was. Look at this confessional time. Yeah, who grew up to be a dumpster diver. Who would have thunk? But I was a very jealous child. I was a very jealous child. Yeah, this was not meant to turn into a confessional, but there it is. I was. It is what it is. Um, I wouldn't say I was entirely ungrateful, but ignorant, certainly, and jealous, very jealous. But yeah, let's add the New Kids on the Block lunchbox. Yeah. Ooh, and a trapper keeper. Why? Why a trapper keeper? That's so stupid. They were the like crappiest, most fall apart binders, but trapper keepers were so freaking awesome. I wanted one so bad. My brother got one. I was so jealous of his trapper keeper. Kids. Oh, kids. That sounds so familiar, Rhonda. It sounds so familiar. I bet if I saw him, I totally, yeah. Oh, Bonnie, absolutely. Oh my God, when cereal had toys in the boxes. I mean, even when my kids were little, like when Olivia was little, there were still toys. They weren't like as good, as when I was a kid. Certainly not. But there were still toys. Like I said, everything is cheaper now. Like when I was talking about like the Avon samples and freebies, those were so cool. And they were like quality. Things just, everything cheaps out. Oh, you're from LA. Okay, Rita. Renee, you and me. Oh my God. You had a Donnie doll? No. What? Oh, Holly, you too? You have. So, one of my girlfriends, that I grew up with in California, we follow each other on like Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I don't really do Facebook right for this whole year. I haven't, but I do see her on Instagram, and she went to a New Kids on the Block concert. I think it was this year. Might have been last year or this year. She went to one of their concerts. I think that would be so much fun. I do. I never went to one, obviously, when I was like growing up and stuff. I never went to one. I think that would be so much fun. Oh my God, I think that'd be so much fun. No, that's what I'm talking about, Renee. Those were the trapper keepers. They had the Velcro. There was like a flap, that would flap over and Velcro. Yeah, Rita, I adored New Kids on the Block, and my brothers would tease me mercilessly. Mercilessly. Yeah. Did you, Renee? Oh. Good stuff. So much good stuff. Someday, maybe someday, maybe I will get to go and see them. I don't know. I don't know if they're like, I don't know if that was just like a one-time thing that they were briefly performing again. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Nosebleeds or whatever. Like, being able to be there. Oh my God. Oh, they're in Vegas now? No. Stop it. They're in Vegas? Like, are they in residence? Like they're staying there, or they're in residence? Hi, Angela. Thanks so much for being here. I wonder, that might be insane. I have no idea what my finances will be in March. You know what I mean? But what if? What if? What if? I'm not that far from Vegas. It's a 6-hour drive. I could do it. Oh my God, what if I did? I mean, come on, for my 45th birthday? Look at this hairline. Look at this. I'm in freaking forced menopause and I have like wrinkles and sunspots and my poor hairline. I think I deserve. I think I deserve to go see New Kids on the Block in Las Vegas for my 45th birthday. That would be so silly. It would be so silly. But what if we did? I would have to like, you know, record some yeah. I would have to. Write stuff at Dolby Live at Park MGM. Oh my God. Include shows in both 2025 and 2026. So I would have to because it just so happens that they're in residence during the year that I turn 45. Like, and as we were talking about in a live stream the other night when I was sharing just a teeny tiny taste of my dating shenanigans, it's wild that I'm even alive, that I was alive to grow up and get married and have kids, let alone make it to 45, you know, next March. I don't think we have a choice. I don't think we have a choice. I think we have to do it. We'll discuss it more tomorrow. We're going to do it during the day live stream downstairs. We're going to do my eyebrows together because God, we might even try out that makeup that I got. See what we think of that. Might have us either some coffee or some adult beverages. I've decided that's what we're going to do because tomorrow, am I right? Tomorrow's Wednesday. I think tomorrow's Wednesday. So I think that might be a thing for Wednesdays. Sometimes a wine Wednesday. I don't know. We're going to come up with some stuff, but I think Wednesdays, like Monday is like our menopause and women's health kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Wednesday, I think Wednesdays should be like, I don't know, fun, just fun. But I'm not sure what all that entails or what that means yet. We'll see. But it could definitely include coffee and or adult beverages, sometimes mixed. I do have some Kahlua. Okay, Renee, good to know. Because my birthday is in March. I'd have to go in February, obviously. I'd have to. Okay, all right. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Angela, happy birthday next month. I'm so happy for you. Turning 45 next month. Good for you, Angela. Happy early birthday and many happy returns of the day to you. The right stuff, baby. Yeah, God, so many memories. So many memories. Oh my God. We're going to have so much fun tomorrow. Okay, I am all of a sudden, I'm always like, I really enjoy these live streams, especially on this channel. Of course, I enjoy them over at the Frugal Family. I do. But we get a lot less trolls over here, for one thing. Obviously, if we had like on times when we're going into some different subject matter, that might be different. But just where we're a smaller community over here, we have a lot less trolls to deal with, which is awesome. And I just get to be so much more free. So much more free. I really like it. I do. I really, I do. I really enjoy it. Angela, Donnie was your favorite? I didn't love Donnie. Who was I into? The younger one. I think he had curly hair. What was his name? I think he was the youngest one. Joey. That's it. Joey. Oh, Joey. Oh, Joey. Yeah, I liked him best. He was just, you know, He was Joey. Oh, Jordan was hot. Jordan was hot. Come on now. Jordan was hot. Oh, yeah. Mm, mm, mm. I mean, mm. Yeah. But Joey, he was just, I don't know. There was something else about him that was my thing as a 10 and 11-year-old. Oh, still hot. Okay. All right. Oh, which one lives near you, Angela? Joey? Joey lives near you in Massachusetts? What? I love Massachusetts. God, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Especially when you're like going up like what is it? I-95, I think is what it is, in the fall, except for the deer that run back and forth across like the interstate, but oh, it's so beautiful. If you all ever get the chance, I-95 in fall. Watch out for the deer, but it is so beautiful. Oh God. I need to go out to the East Coast again. Mhm. I could totally write parts of it off on my taxes. First, I'd have to, be able to afford to go out there. That'd be step number one. But we could totally put together some kind of meetup somewhere, and that way it would count towards the channel and not just me out having fun. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It was so beautiful out there. God, it was so beautiful. I, most of you know, I was a nanny. Um, and there were parts of it that were so hard, you know, really trying, really difficult stuff. But also, I am so glad that I got that opportunity to go and be a nanny because all the stuff I got to do and to see and all of that and experience would never have happened if I hadn't have been a nanny. In fact, I wish I would have stayed out there longer. I wish so often, I wish I would have stayed longer. Yeah. But, but anyway, it was so beautiful. Oh my God, it was so beautiful. Mm. Especially in fall. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I've been back out a couple of times, but yeah. Well, hello, Halkanen. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad we stayed late. So we got to have you here. I was gonna say we got to see you, but of course I don't see you. Oh, but I'm so glad you could join us. Oh, Marky Mark. Yeah, Holly, Marky Mark. Oh God. Oh, oh, good stuff. Memories. Yeah. Our lost youth. We have to, guys, okay, we're definitely going to celebrate my birthday on this channel next year. We're going to. And I am legit going to start getting stuff ready like now. So that no matter what happens, as almost always does during my birthday month, it's going to rock and we are going to have so much fun. Mm-hmm. Do you know I've always wanted to go to and still never have? I mean, I've gone to several like burlesque and kind of naughty shows, but the one I've always wanted to go to, and if I'm going to be in Las Vegas to see New Kids on the Block, I'm going to the Thunder from Down Under. I'm doing it. Probably won't be able to bring you guys along with me for that, but I mean, I maybe could sneak a little bit in a live stream real quick. I could maybe get away with that. But no, we're doing that. We're adding that to the list too. And I can talk about that on this channel. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, Angela, merch. There was so much good merch. Oh, Renee, no, absolutely not. Do not come to America. Mm-mm. Not for a few more years. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nope. No. You know better. You know better. Mm. Don't get all weird, guys. I love my country. I'm grateful to live here, but if you're not from here, don't come here. No. Especially if you happen to be brown. Don't do it. God. Yeah. Yeah. What? Bonnie, you saw them? No. Are you serious? Ah! Like I said, I've been to some interesting shows. I've been to some, but not that. Interestingly, James is willing to go with me to like the burlesque and stuff like that, but has no interest in going to the Thunder from Down Under. Gee, I wonder. But no, absolutely. If I am going to be there for New Kids on the Block, like it'd be weird to not. You know what I mean? It'd be weird. It would be wrong. I bet my sister would go with me. I'm sure she would. I'm sure she would. Oh, we're doing it. We are absolutely doing it. If I really saved my pennies, I could make another dream come true too while I'm there. My favorite hotel is the Venetian. I mean, it's gorgeous, but it's ridiculously expensive. Nonsense. But if I really saved my pennies, what if I stayed there one night? How amazing would that be? I'm dreaming right now. This is all blue sky dreaming. There is nothing wrong with blue sky dreaming, even though my van is dead in the driveway. We can still, guys, it costs nothing, nothing to blue sky dream. So dream away, especially if it brings a smile to your face. Oh, Bonnie, you went for your birthday? Heck yeah. Are you fucking kidding me, Holly? Oh my God. Oh my God. Look, look, babe, especially with all that shit going on. Yeah, exactly, Angela. Dream away. Dream. Because we're living in a bit of a nightmare. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, dream. Dream. Enjoy the dreams, the fantasies, all of it. And if you can even experience what, a tenth of what you're dreaming about, hey, that's still something awesome. So, yeah, dream. Windmills. God. Wouldn't it be cool if there was a close encounter with a windmill? You know what I mean? Hmm? Hmm? Ah. Okay, I gotta tell you guys. I don't have much time because I have 28% battery life left. So I'll have to put you guys back on the charger. But actually, if it was just the fan that was muffling us, then I mean it wouldn't be a huge deal. But anyway, um this morning or earlier today, when was it? I was having my second coffee, so it was earlier. But Olivia put on the latest, oh God, this is so glad I have this channel and I'm like using it now. She put on the newest South Park episode. I never got into South Park. My brothers were into it, but I never got into it. Guys that I dated were into it. I just never did. Oh my God, I need to like bleach my eyes. But it was so funny and disturbing and upsetting. And I'm like, oh my God, I live in a time when I'm not mad that they're talking this way about a president of the United States, that they're joking this way about a president of the United States. It's not upsetting me. Me, who literally stopped traffic in an intersection, an active, busy intersection with lights and everything, because there was a little tiny American flag on the ground in the intersection. I literally stopped traffic. Like, brought up to absolutely, even if you don't like the president, you respect the office and whatever. Sorry, guys. You can unsubscribe, you can hate me, I don't care, but there's nothing to respect right now. There's nothing at all, nothing to respect. And I had to have Olivia pause the show because I needed time to like process and absorb like how upsetting it was that this was where we were, you know? Like it was so upsetting. Um as funny as all of it was and I enjoyed it immensely, it was upsetting to who I am, or who I've been or who I was raised to be and what I was raised with and the fact that this was all so just this madness. And while it was paused, I took the time to tell the kids, I'm like, I need you to know we can keep laughing at this and have fun with this. That's totally fine in this house. But I need you to know this is not normal. I don't want you to get used to this. We can't get used to this. This can't be normal. And then, of course, we turned the show back on. It was a lot of fun. But, oh my God. Wow. If you see certain people disappear or like unalive themselves all of a sudden, like a Trey Parker or Matt Stone, no accident there. No, Michelle, 100%. I'm so with you on that. So with you. No, Holly, seriously, I know. Come here, Satan. Yeah. No, that was intense. It was like I enjoyed it. I had fun. It was funny. It was good to see that there was actually someone who wasn't like, bending over and just taking it right up the woo. Like the physical therapy I had to do. But anyhow, so that was really refreshing that someone was actually, standing, what is it the kids say now? Standing on business. That sounds so stupid, but someone actually was. I really appreciated that, But it was incredibly disturbing as someone who I consider myself absolutely a true American patriot, a real one, dedicated to the dream and goal of America and that old Constitution thing, and not to any one person, Weird, crazy idea. Crazy idea. Oh, Scotland is absolutely on my list. Yeah, Pamela, I'm with you on that. Oh my God, I would love to go to Scotland. Someday. No, Holly, for reals. I saw, oh God, I saw so many things on like TikTok and stuff like that. All these things that people made. It was silly. All these lovely Scottish folk sharing their opinions. Yep. It was funny. It was hilarious. We do the best we can, you guys. No, for real, Renee. 100%. Yeah. We just got to do the best we can right now. But don't just get used to it. We can't just get used to it. It's not normal. It's not right. And the worst thing that we can do is just get used to it. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, we're over time, Kathy. We are. We were supposed to be out working in the front yard, but it was just too damn hot, and the neighbor kids were blasting their tunes, and so we ended up here in the house, and I was doing some chores. But tomorrow, we are going to get together during the day downstairs, and we're going to start making a birthday list for things we're going to do, activities we're going to do here on this channel for my birthday next year, because I'll be 45 next March. And so we're going to start, planning some stuff, including Las Vegas, to enjoy the musical stylings of New Kids on the Block, and also the gyrational, is that a word? Stylings of the fine young men from Thunder Down Under. No, Pamela, we can't normalize it. The madness, the craziness, the insanity. We can't. It would be a huge mistake. Oh, Kathy. You got some muscle relaxers. I'm so glad. I hope it helps, babe. I hope it helps. Yeah, that's just no fun at all. It's just no fun at all. Just no fun. Anyway, well, guys, we're running out of battery. I should probably get going. I hate to do it when you're just getting here, Kathy, but we're at almost an hour and a half, and I do need to actually get out there and get some work done in the yard now that it's, you know, hopefully under 90 degrees by now. I hope so. Um, yeah, it was just too damn hot. Ugh, but now it's getting dark. Ugh, I don't know. I'm not gonna make myself do like loads and tons, but I do want to have it done over the next few days. It's just this heat wave, you know. We're gonna do the best we can within reason. Are you serious, Pamela? Where? Where exactly? A tsunami warning on the West Coast? I'm not downstairs. I don't have my laptop. Can one of you suss it out? Where is it supposed to affect? Oh, Jesus God, Kathy. And with the humidity? Oh, no. My God. No way, Kathy. No way. That's insanity. That's madness. Yeah, real quick. Where's this, oh, not warning, but a watch? A tsunami watch? Where is it, Oh, okay, Pamela. I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Kathy, you be careful with that heat and that humidity. My God. You be careful. That's what I'm saying, guys. That's what we were talking about in the beginning, like, of this live stream was just, climate change, like it or don't. It's real. It's not like the freaking tooth fairy or Santa Claus where you can just, I don't believe it, so it's not real. Yeah. An earthquake off of Russia? And Michelle says maybe Hawaii. Okay, I'll look into it. We can suss it out and talk about it when we get together tomorrow. Let's go ahead and set a time. Let's say 1 o'clock. And of course, that's Mountain Daylight Time. Let's get together and we can suss all that out, and then we can work on the list of things to start working toward and collecting. Okay, so Oregon and Washington have the tsunami watch. Okay. Well, I'm glad it wasn't during my trip. Yeah. Jeez. Be careful, everyone. Be aware. Do your best. Dare to dream or escape to dreams. You know what I mean? Anyway. Oh, God, no. How can and how? What are you... Oh, my God. Oh, I'm sorry, babe. I don't know what to tell you. That's like we were talking about earlier, how I grew up in Northern California and we definitely didn't have air conditioning, didn't have a swamp cooler, didn't have ceiling fans. And so we would sleep in our underwear with the windows open and like cold, wet towels under our necks. It's not good. Do your best. Be careful. And I wish you the best. All right, you guys. Let's get together tomorrow, 1 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time, and let's try to have a little bit of fun. Let's have some fun. Yeah? Okay. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I love these live streams here on this channel. It's just so relaxed and so fun, silliness and awesomeness and all of it. Anyway. All right. Have a good night. Be well. Be safe. And, yeah. We'll talk tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Okay? Bye.